my place. Would you do that, baby? Would you do that, baby? What's happening, fam? You know, this podcast is, you're not a victim. You're not a victim of the bed that you made, right? And, the reason I got to make this one is because I get tired. I saw the little video with the two racist kids, and then they came out with the apology afterwards. This ruined my life. Shut up. Then I looked at the video with the sisters on. I forgot the name. It was one of Fox Soul. Fox Soul. When it's like Vivica Fox, Selena Johnson, Lisa Ray, and Claudia Jordan, right? And they was telling their story. You know what I'm saying? What's happening, Well? K-Love, what's happening? Major, what's good? Tony, what's happening? So I'm going to just keep it a buck. Like, people tripping, man. Kyle, what's happening? Deidre, what's happening? I'm good. Like, people are tripping. I'm going to say some things that's going to hurt some feelings, even my own, right? But you're not a victim. Like, I'm so tired of hearing people tell their little half stories, and it's this and it's that, and it's this and it's that. And I'm like, man, you full of it, man. Red Pill, what's happening? What's up, Diddy? I'm glad you're cool, Major. Like, like when the kids were talking about, it ruined their life, because now they can't get into the college that they wanted. I'm thinking to myself, listen, people make mistakes, okay? Human beings can do some things that are dead wrong and insensitive, dead wrong to insensitive, right? That can hurt other people's feelings per se. But when you reach a certain age, you know if something's gonna be offensive or insensitive. You know what I'm saying? Like if I get on this thing and I say some things that I know it's gonna. Some people might have a problem with it. So I'm not finna sit here and say something and then go, oh, I'm a victim to society, man. It's a victim. Shut up. Shut up. I mean, if you said or did something and that wasn't your intent, but you got it. But guess what? If it came across that way, that's what it is. DJ Moss was popping. That's what it is. Hey, that wasn't my intent, but if I got to take an L behind that, that's what it is. But when I see so many instances where we talking about grown people, Ren, what's happening? Oh man, I appreciate that. It's one of those things where it's like, come on, man. I was listening to Expeditiously. That was cool because Jermaine Dupri. I like Jermaine Dupri. Like Jermaine Dupri seems like a pretty straightforward, honest dude. Like he's just gonna say what it is, and that's what it is. It's not a big deal for him. But I started thinking about it, the pretentiousness of just society in general. Where when I saw that in contrast to the Fox Soul thing, when the ladies were blamed, have black men failed black women? I'm sitting there listening like, why y'all telling all these halves? How you gonna tell a half truth, and then you want to play the victim of a half truth? The truth was popping. You know what I'm saying? Right, exactly. The moment you make a choice, you're like, exactly, you are no longer the victim, man. I'm like, come on, man. I start, and I've talked about this before. Like, I don't hardly listen to rap anymore. And I love hip hop. I love hip hop, but I don't hardly listen to rap anymore because, I mean, people will think, oh man, it's because you're getting older and it's that. It's not that. It's that I know people ain't as hard as they seem and ain't as hood as they portray. And I get sick of hearing all this music about how all these guys is killers. When I'm looking at them like, you are not a killer, dude. Damn, just because you get high every day, that does not make you a gangster. I have not seen so many rappers and gangsters are not the same thing. They're just not. You know what I'm saying? But this is what I mean by you made that, you're not a victim if you made that bed. If you want to go around portraying yourself as a gangster and a killer and a drug dealer, and then you get treated as such, what the hell are you complaining about? Man, it's because I'm black. Dog, you put out to the world that you was a killer and a criminal, but now it's because you black. Man, that's two different things. That's two different things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, even if that man, they ain't gangsters, man. You know what I'm saying? I get so tired of it because listen, man, there's no statute of limitation on murder. And these dudes rap about killing everything under the sun. Where they'll do it, how they did it, this, that, and the third. I think if you're a real killer, you are not doing it. That's rule number one. I'm dealing drugs this way, I'm dealing drugs that way. If you're really dealing drugs, you're not going to be saying that. You know, but this is where the lack of respect for certain people come in. Yeah, it does have a lack of substance. It's just ridiculous to me. But I'm sitting there looking at this stuff like people's made up struggles. It gets on my nerves. Man, I grew up poor, grew up in the hood. So I started dealing drugs and I started doing this at a young age. Man, shut up. You started dealing drugs as a teenager, but you gonna tell the world that you a boss in the game. No, that's not how drug dealing works. There's no teenagers that are bosses. Sorry to tell you that. You know what I'm saying? I was out there. All these drug dealer dudes was all bosses. Come to find out they was not all bosses. They was just some kid working for somebody, right? You're tired of hearing that. But it's beyond that for me. Yeah. What's up, Patrick, man? Oh, I'm gonna get to that too, Tony, man. Dollar Washington. Yeah. And that's a whole nother part of it. JP, what's happening? You know, man, exactly, Dollar Washington. Like, and this ain't even where I was starting with, but I'm gonna start there. That's like y'all act like, because you got a like these kids getting tattoos. Listen, man, you getting a million tattoos and that's supposed to make you look hard. Let me explain something to you. Nobody is scared of a fat dude with a million tattoos or a dude 133 pounds with a million tattoos. He's 6 foot tall, 130. I'm a killer. Shut up. But if you were killing somebody shoot at you, shut up. Like all this stuff is dumb to me, man. I ain't even worried about the job part. I'm worried about, like, here's the thing. I ain't never seen so many guys, like, this is what I mean. You're not a victim. I've never seen so many guys who swear they hood, who swear they in the streets, who swear they this, that, and the third. So nervous. So nervous. And I've said this before. All these guys is chain smokers, cigarette chain smokers, weed smokers, pill poppers, syrup drinkers, coke. Coke. And I'm like, what you so nervous about? If you're such a gangster, why are you so nervous? I don't know. And there's a certain amount of you're gonna be on edge if you're in the streets because you're gonna be on your toes. There's a certain amount of that, but you don't go around getting high all the time because that throws your senses off. So to me, these guys ain't never been hard. They just been, they're soft. Because if you're gonna jump off the porch and be in the streets, what's up, Prometheus? My bad. You're gonna jump off the porch and say you're in the streets and be in the streets. You know what's coming. That's already built into it. This is. If you ever been around somebody who's really gangster or really in the streets or really this, you'll know they have a whole different way of doing things than these people out here who emulate it. These people out here who emulating it want to be seen. Don't nobody really want to be seen like that. Yeah, well, they polite, because like you ain't got, because they'll get right to it. They ain't got no problem with it. But this is the thing about, you're not a victim if you made your own bed. I get sick of running into people who, you want to be the role, you want to play the role. Okay, play the role. See what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, you a gangster, but you can't shoot. Now, and what I mean by you can't shoot because you really never aimed at anything before, and you ain't gonna walk up on nobody. You ain't gonna fight nobody. But when something happens to you, you a victim. You're not a victim. You're not a victim. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna feel sorry for you. This is what bothers me about people in general. Man, what's happening? What's happening? Thanks, fam. You know, this is bothersome to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I was listening to Jermaine Dupri talk about it when he was talking about when he was trying to talk about why he didn't like female rappers, the certain female rappers they was asking him about the strip club thing. And I'm starting to see women do the same thing. You know what I mean? Oh, because of my situation, that's why I had to strip and I had to sell my body and I had to scam. So you're a victim now. You're a victim now. Okay. You're a victim because you said you had to strip and you had to sell yourself. I got you, Prometheus. I got you. Hold up. I'm already subscribed to y'all. Know I gotta figure out which video you talking about. Hold on. Because if I do it while I'm on here, it's gonna mess something up. Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay. Hey, what? I got you. I could have what? I think they unsubscribed me to your ass. I resubscribe. Anyway, but I got it. Now here's the thing. Yeah, like these guys is all of this. I'm hard, man. Listen, y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop because I ain't never seen so many soft, I'm hard dudes in my life. I ain't never seen so many guys so sensitive but they hard in my life. This don't make sense to me. It really don't. You walk around telling people how hard you are and how much damage you'll do to everybody else, but now you sensitive. If you mad if somebody look at you the wrong way, or you think they look at you the wrong way, or you think they talking about you, you think this, that, you think that. You sound stupid. Because then when people really roll up on you face to face, you can't do nothing. And the reason I say that is because there's a certain amount of if you could dish, you could take it. Like, I don't understand where everybody's backing out. You could be so abrasive to the world. What? Shut up, Devin. Shit. I need this boy. He said 6 for me. Fuck what you need right now. Stop coming here with that bullshit. But what winds up happening is we in this joint where, I'm seeing people always playing the victim. Just always playing the victim. I'm like, how you the victim? What are you a victim of? I'm tired of hearing these people's stories. It was hard for me. My dad was an alcoholic. Okay, your dad was an alcoholic. When's the last time you lived with your dad? 15 years ago. What the hell you still? So why are you an alcoholic now? I'm an alcoholic because my dad was an alcoholic. No, you're an alcoholic because you like drinking. That's why you got problems right now. That's what it is. Stop, because at a certain point, your parents could have scarred you, could have did something to you. What's up, Marcus? 1997. Yeah, man. This is where we at with it. I'm getting tired of it. Not because I've been tired of it, but it's like, come on. I was in the streets because I wanted a better life. If you don't shut your lying ass up, you don't deal drugs because you want a better life. Stop. You deal drugs because you want money. You do not deal drugs because you want a better life. That's not the lifestyle that makes a better life. Your ass gonna get killed or locked up in that life. There's no creating a better life by doing it. I don't know who's stupid enough to keep believing when people say that. I was trying to shut your ass up. Like, dumb, man. Just say what it is. I wanted more money. I wanted more. I wanted money. I wanted money, and that was the quickest way to get the most money. It was the most quick, but it was the quickest and the most dangerous. But I wanted the money so bad, I was willing to take the risk. That's cool. Say that. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? But this nonsense, you a victim. You're not a victim. You're not a victim. We all, like, everybody I know from the hood, it's a whole different atmosphere. It's a whole different vibe. I ain't been in the hood, lived in the hood in so long. I've been out of the hood longer than I've been in the hood at this particular point in life. But even when I go back, I know who's really, it's a lot of honest, good-hearted people in the hood who just frustrated that they poor. That's it. But they don't go out doing nonsense to people because they frustrated that they poor. They're trying to figure out a way out. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is where it starts to get ugly for certain people. Yeah, I'm about to get there. You reap what you sow. I get tired of these people. You a victim for the stuff you did. And this ain't just the hood stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they faint in court. Yeah, that's the problem. Oh God. I hate it when I hear old drug dealers say that. Man, you know what I'm saying? It ain't worth doing 30 years. Shut up. You don't even see. Here's the thing about it: people who are criminals don't know. They know that they're criminals. They know the risk. They don't want to calculate how. They really don't know how many lives they affect in a negative way. So it ain't all I did was this. No, dog. All you did was this that led to this for all these other people. That's not what I meant to do. Shut up. You know what I'm saying? It goes back to the old church. Yeah, I mean, that's a problem, man. That's a problem. I get tired of being people playing the victim. That's what I meant like earlier when I was talking about them two students who did the little racist video. What's up, Dizzy? My bad. Who did the little racist video? And then the women on Fox Soul. You know what you're doing. So now I gotta cry for you because you did something out of pocket? No, I don't. You know what I'm saying? I was going through a tough time. I don't care. I know plenty of people who was going through a tough time who didn't harm other people. I know plenty of people who made sure they didn't harm other people even though they were poor, they were hungry, they were struggling, they were at a crossroads. Now all of a sudden, because you did it, I gotta feel sorry for you because that was the decision you made. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff that's tied into what I'm talking about right now, but it bothers me, And what I mean by that, what I was talking about, the alcoholism, like people lie about their upbringing. You act like this as an adult because you lying to people about your upbringing. My upbringing was this, and it made me this way. No. I gotta ask you a question. Were you a good kid or were you a bad kid? Because see, what I hear is a lot of people who are bad kids. Now it was their upbringing that got them messed up. Hold on for 1 second. I'm trying to, this phone is not picking up. God dog it. Anyway, what winds up happening is you got these people who were bad kids. Now they want to say it was my upbringing. I got abused. No, you got a whipping because you was a bad kid. You was getting into trouble. You got disciplined. That's what it is. And you got disciplined numerous times because you was hard-headed. But now all of a sudden, it was the word. Anybody if you out there, if you're a rebel in any sense of the word, and you talk about your upbringing was messed up, I don't want to hear what you got to say. Because that was just, you a grown adult and you still rebellious as hell. So I got to assume you was a rebellious kid. So just now you a victim. Man, you don't understand I'm like just because this happened and that. No, you like that because you've been a rebel your whole life and you've been getting knocked upside the head because you've been out of pocket. And now that you're an adult, now you want to be the victim because you got to pay for all your mistakes now. Now your parents and family don't. So now all of a sudden you a victim to what happened when you was a kid. No, you're not. No, you're not. Hold up. Had to send a text message. Excuse me, y'all. You know what I'm saying? The same thing happens when you get these good kids. These good kids don't go around. They had troubled families and troubled lives and this, that, and the third. You don't hear, oh, you know what I'm saying? The reason I'm a good kid is because I'm a good adult, is because I was so scarred when I was a good kid. You know, I just can't. You know, I don't know how to be bad. Stop it, man. Stop it, man. Some people are not forced into rebellion. They're not. That's an excuse people use. You know what I'm saying? I was a kid that played with fire, damn near burnt down the house numerous times. I did some rebellious things. It was not a force. But I ain't gonna lie, since I was a kid, I'm still the same person today. If I did it, I say I did it. That's why, to a degree, that's why I don't like most rebels. Because most rebels can't stand on what they do. Most rebels talk reckless. Okay, now it's time to stand on it. Now it's time to pay for that. No. I don't want to hear your story. I don't. You want to speed cars? Bam! If you hit something and you get paralyzed, I don't want to hear your story. Because you were smiling and I'm having fun. Oh, I'm going 120. I'm swerving. You wasn't. You know it goes with the territory. You know what I'm saying? You know it goes with the territory. If you was a bad kid, you know what goes with, like when you was a kid and you was sneaking into people's houses trying to smash their daughters. If they dad or their mama caught you and bust your ass for it, I don't want to hear your story. I just don't. Yeah, exactly. I just don't. I'm not finna rock with that. And I didn't let it slide for the most part as a kid or a young adult. I'm not gonna let it slide now. Because there's a lot of people who are still scam artists to this day. I don't understand how grown people still think the bull that they did when they was kids still work. You really think people don't know you lying? That's what you really think. You still lying to people. You still, trust me, man, I got it. You still running scams and you think people don't know it's a scam. Really? Really? But if you out here lying to people, now all of a sudden when people get at you about that, all of a sudden, oh, I don't understand. You still think playing stupid works. That's what you think. You still think playing dumb really works. No, it don't. You know, exactly, man. You know, this is stupid to me. And when I was hearing, the ladies talk about these men aren't this and these men aren't that, and I'm looking at them like, the vast majority of your adult life is in the public eye. How were you a victim? People know all the decisions you made. You know all the decisions you made. You know all the stupid stuff you did. Now 10, 20, 15, 10, 15, 20 years later, now you want to play victim? Are you kidding me right now? You know? Okay. But Dizzy, I'm going to tell you something. That happens to everybody. That's what I'm talking about. We all had bullies. We all had to stand up for ourselves. We all got in trouble. We all been in situations where the bully messed around and got off because people, for some odd reason, catered to bullies. I've gotten whippings like that. I've got numerous whippings like that. Let me tell you when it stopped. It stopped when they knew, when I say, you know what? Since I'm going to get this whipping for him, cool. That's what happened. Cool, no problem. I'll tell you what, I'm going to beat his ass next time I see him. And I'm going to get a whipping for really beating his ass. That's the thing. It don't change you as a person. You know, that's what happens. Capital One made me spend it. You know, this is where we at with it. I don't get that. That's your bed, you lying. You know what I'm saying? Same thing, like, and it's the reverse. It's the same thing with bullies. I have no. Let me tell you something. Even as an adult, I've gotten into it with adults who I can tell have a bullies now or been bullies their whole life. whether I've been on the streets, or whether I've run into police officers, it's still the same story with me. Stop trying to bully me. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna fuck you up. And I know if I'm on a job, I'll lose my job. And I know if I beat up a cop, I'm going to jail. But guess what? I'm the person that's like, well, shit, that's what it's gonna be then. I ain't gonna. My life probably gonna have some. It's gonna take my life and lifestyle is gonna take a big hit. But I'm not a victim to that. I'm dead ass serious. I've been pulled over before, and the cops said, "Man, we was gonna do that," and I tell them, "I'll beat y'all ass. Y'all wasn't gonna win, fucking." And they've looked at me like, "What the fuck?" I've cussed out police officers in the fucking courtroom. This is not shit I'm proud of. I'm telling you, but I will take the responsibility for it. If I do that and I make my bed, I'm gonna lie in that motherfucker. If I got jumped by the cops and put in jail for that shit, I understand that goes with the territory. I'm not finna sit here and be like, man, I don't know what happened, man. They did it because I'm black. They could have fucked with me initially because I'm black, but the way I talked to them and treated them afterwards, that's where it's gonna go. I know it, they know it. But I'm not finna sit here and cry about it. That's stupid. What's happening, Perfection? No, they're not. No, they're not rebels for a cause. They're not rebels for a cause. There are people who fight for what's right and fight for what's wrong. A person who fighting for what's right is not a rebel. That's not a rebel. It's not. That's not what a rebel is. I know we try to say that. That's not what a rebel is. Matter of fact, you know what? And let me not put my foot in my mouth, right? But because America has this fucked up idea that rebels are a good thing. But a person who rises in opposition or armed resistance against an established government or ruler, that's a rebel. Is that the rebel in America? No. No, it's not. No. Because guess what? If you know what I'm gonna be called? Treasonous. Ain't that what it's called? Treasonous, right? See, a rebel is a person who rises in opposition or armed resistance against an established government. Guess what that? If I'm in this country and I rise against the government, that's treasonous. That's not a good thing, right? It's not a rebel. I'm not some historic rebel. That's not what the fuck that is. And I ain't cussing at y'all. I'm just saying. This is where we at. If you want to be a rebel, you got to be outside of that situation. You can't be a rebel inside the damn situation. Because if that's the case, all black people should just get guns and start shooting up everything in this motherfucking country. Then we rebels. We rebels. You know what I'm saying? We rebels. That's it. Someone interpret that as patriotic. Well, Dizzy, you know what? Let me pause when I say this. Dizzy, got love for you. You white, I'm black. That's different. It's different. Y'all kill people and call that shit patriotic. We start killing people that's not patriotic. That's what I'm saying. I get your point. But if I start going around killing white folks for my liberty, it's not patriotic. Because it's against America. So when I'm talking from rebel, I ain't coming from a point of view that I'm coming from a point of view that's not American, even though I'm from America. I know America don't fucking like rebels because every black quote unquote rebel is somebody that got killed or somebody they've been trying to kill. That's what I mean. We ain't what's the dudes that had we ain't the Bundy family that had to stand off with the federal agents at the border. We're being patriotic. We're fighting for our rights. No, that's not us. That's not us. That's not us. Because what's old boy? What's the brother? Christopher Dorton. Is that Dorton? I think so. You know, when he started shooting up cops, was he looked at as patriotic and a rebel? Was it? Waco, that's full of white people, Dizzy. They would look at it as nutcases, not rebels. This is just a whole different dynamic. And even when it comes to this country, you know what I'm saying? Whatever happens to this country, I don't really care. Because this country has a history of killing everything that moves for greed purposes. This country isn't about survival. Yeah, right. He was a cop killer. He wasn't a rebel. You know, it's different. You know, what is the Oklahoma City bomber? He's not. He was a rebel fighting against the government because he blew up a government building. No, he's not a rebel. You know what I'm saying? We try to, you know, in America, we like to say Paul Revere and George Washington, and these people were the forefathers of this country, and they were patriotic rebels. They weren't. They weren't. They were backstabbing little thieves. That's what they were. They got here. Somebody funded them to get here. They got here, used the money that other people gave them, and then stabbed them in the back. They were traitors to England. They weren't rebels. You get what I'm saying? What's happening with you, Michael? They weren't rebels. And me being black, come on now. You know, the whole, you know, every part of this country is based on the same thing I'm talking about right now. You're not a victim if you of the bed that you made. This is why even in America, even with this situation of the coronavirus, people, they flipping out. Shut up. This country bombed other countries, but you can't stay in the house for a month. Shut up. The economy, we need to help the economy. This country is built off an economy of slavery and before slavery, stolen genocide and stolen land and war, then slavery, and then using every people's ideas and resources in this country and in the surrounding continents to live. And now you can't the economy. I can't because of the economy. We need to help the economy. Shut up, man. Because if China come in here pillaging everything, all American resources, you're going to say something wrong with them. If Africa was to come here and do it, you say something wrong with them. If Central and South America was to come do it, you say something wrong with them. You say they're evil dictators. If Europe tried to come and do it, you would say it's a war. But when this country did it, it's patriotic. It's stupid. It's bullshit. You know, it's bullshit. A maverick. What's up, Paul? But I mean, and this is part of the reason why I made this. It wasn't even, you know, about what this is talking to a degree, just elaborating on what he was talking about. But it was before that. We're a country of people who think we victims from stuff that we do to other people. People are making up being victims. I don't understand that. How you make up being a victim when you wasn't a victim? America, but just by the way this country is, it teaches you to be an arrogant bully and to play the victim when something happens. I don't understand it. You know, when I see but I will fight tooth and nail just because, man, you know, I will fight who? Fight who? Who I'm gonna fight for this country? Seriously. Let me tell you something about this country. And I like America. Don't you? I love America and being American. But let me tell you, here's one of the problems that America really has. America wants everybody else to fight. America wants to take credit. America didn't build America. America don't really fucking fight for America. America wants everybody else to pledge allegiance to being American while they fucking him over. You need to earn being American. America never earned being American. The fuck? That's some dumb shit in its premise. Was it? Yeah, Michael, yeah. It's not, I get it, Roger. This is what this country is built on. This country is built on making somebody else do your heavy lifting. And then shortchanging them for doing your heavy lifting. But if that person decides to turn and get at you, you a victim. Any foreigners came at me, man, foreigners, this is, look, Faith. America has America has a logistical privilege that nobody else has. The Atlantic and Pacific Ocean, where everybody else has two oceans on each side, but America can see you coming for miles and miles away. America invaded every other country and continent and made sure people couldn't come to this one. Ain't no fucking, they let foreigners in here. This country ain't no motherfucking real Americans. It's a bunch of foreigners. That's what people are, a bunch of, the only reason us as black people could say we're Americans because we don't even fucking know our last name. All these other people who got last names that come from other places, they're fucking foreigners. I don't care how fucking long they've been here. They foreigners and they still foreigners. They ain't Native Americans, that's for goddamn sure. They're not just gonna kill white people. Of course they're not just gonna kill white people. But that's who they predominantly gonna get at. Because it ain't everybody else in this country doing that shit to other people. But I understand what you're saying, because I understand as a black person, as a black person who's American, all other groups of people who are not black and not white, they always diss us first because they scared of white folks. This is what I mean by you're not the victim of the bed that you made. Even right now, when some people say Asian people like, oh, we getting discriminated against, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that, because when you're discriminating against people, you good. You good. It's not a big deal. When you discriminating folks and you being racist to folks, it's not a big deal. When you making sure you getting folks out of the way, it's not a big deal. That's what this is about. They not Max. And it's an L in that. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of these people don't even realize that. That's a problem. What you say, the only war is fighting against, the only wars we're fighting for was against slavery. And ironically, the slavery in the World War II, 9/11 we wasn't supposed to fight that. 9/11 was stupid because we went to the wrong place and we knew it. Think about it. If all of the guys from 9/11 from Saudi Arabia, but we still give Saudi Arabia tanks and stuff to this day, but we gonna blame Iraq. That's a scam. You know what I'm saying? World War II? Well, because of Pearl Harbor? Okay. Yeah. We got attacked, so we got to attack Japan. Oh, okay. All right. Or what was World War One? What's that World War One? I'm bugging right now. But even slavery wasn't about freeing black people. Slavery was about, money. Making sure people in the South couldn't make as much money as people in the North. It was no morality and ethics in that. It's bullshit. This country ain't never not once been this and I'm saying this for a reason. This country has never even had one day of not being racist. One day. And you could take us as black people out of it. It hasn't had not one day of not being racist. One. Ever. Even with 9/11. Even with Pearl Harbor. Even with Korean War, Vietnam. Never had not one day. So whatever happens, happens. Right. Like America, it was exactly, it's a selfish thing. you know, North America, Central America, I think North America and South America, still housed Nazis. Just gave them new identities and let them live here. If they, if they had brains, it is what it is. It's stupid. Oh, we attacked Japan's economy before Pearl Harbor. Well, but this is what this is a problem. This is a problem. Rhino, what's happening? Man, thanks, Rhino. Faith, we already prisoners of war. What are you talking about? Black people in America are prisoners of war who in the damn who are patriotic. That's what do you think? How you think we got here? Prisoners of war. Like that's what we are to this day. That's why people don't. That's why this country don't fuck with us to this day. I feel like Deontay Wilder to this day. But you know what I'm saying. You don't see me getting beaten or starved. Excuse me. Oh, so you haven't seen. So what the hell you think welfare is about? It was about starving folks. What you think, quote unquote, police brutality and shit was? It's about stuff. What you think people was still calling the cops on me as a kid, trying to get me beat up and shot by the cops, even in the 8th grade? What you think that's about? What you think when your neighbors, oh my God, what you think that's about? Like, what are you talking about? This is stupid. Everybody didn't come on a boat. Your point? Yeah, everybody didn't come on a boat. So what's your point? No, I take that back. Everybody did. Everybody who ain't a Native American did come to this bitch on a boat. I take that back. If you ain't a Native American, you came to this bitch on a boat. Now that's a fact. Now if you talking about you came here in the last 50 years, you came by plane, maybe. But the vast majority of people came by boat. Fucking white people wasn't slaves. Stop believing that dumb shit. White people were slaves. White people, motherfucker. Indentured servitude and slavery is two different things. And see, I was about to get on something about the sisters, and you finna make me go in on that shit too, Faith, because this is one of the problems that I have with our women in general. You're not a victim of the bed that you made in. Y'all ladies don't fucking know history, especially our black women. Y'all don't fucking know history. Y'all just be saying shit that somebody told you 13 fucking times. You say you didn't say they were slaves? Okay, I'm sorry. White people on welfare, they slaves? No, they're failures. That's the fuck they are. White people on welfare right now are failures. If they didn't come as immigrants in the last 10, 15 years, they're fucking if they have family that's been here for hundreds of years, they're failures. That's what they are. No, I ain't purposely misunderstanding. I had to look back, so I apologize to that. I apologize. What's up, Graham? But that's an issue. And because Faith, I was actually going to talk about something about that. It ain't about you though. You know what I'm saying? It's not, because that was part of this discussion too. So that's part of the issue. Because this country has a bad history of saying they're the victims and don't know what the hell they talking about. When I was listening to the sisters talking on Fox Soul, women didn't get the right to vote until women and men didn't vote at the same time. And I'm thinking to myself, you got 4 black women on the panel talking about how white men treated white women and white men treated black people. But all of a sudden, that's all men. I'm like, you don't fucking know history. We women, we were slaves just like you men. We were whipped and beaten just like you men. You don't fucking know history. You don't know history. You know how I know you don't know history? Because the same person will tell you about the Willie Lynch letter. What does it say in the Willie Lynch letter? And people say that ain't real. That's fine. Whatever. They say they beat the men to death or near death. They never said beat the women to death or near death. So this bullshit is so stupid. It's out of pocket. You know, this is where we at. Like, and the reason I'm talking about that is because when I was hearing the ladies talk earlier, it was talking about what the men were and what the men did and what the men didn't do. And I'm looking at them and thinking to myself, I hear your feminist rhetoric, but it ain't real. And you too old to not know it's not real now. So you've been a bad girlfriend, a bad wife, a bad this your whole damn life off a fake ass concept. That's stupid. That's what I mean by they old. They should know better by now. They should know better by now. It don't make no sense. You know, the men did this back in the black men. No, but we're gonna say the white men did that, but we're gonna say the black men did it too. And the problem with women, us black women, we're unprotected. I'm like, wait a minute. Let me explain something to you. You have all of these angers at men. You were unprotected. You can't be feminine. You have to fight. And this is the reasons why you're getting into it with men and you're alone. But here's the issue. Do you hear Native American women running around saying they're unprotected? You know, their men got attacked too. Do you hear Hispanics, women say they're unprotected? You know, they got raped and killed and pillaged too, right? Do you hear the women in Japan say our men did not protect us? They got bombed too, right? Yeah, they beat pregnant women, tore babies out of their womb. That did happen. Here's the thing though. That wasn't a norm even back then. The women you were talking about, actually, I think it's only one woman that happened to. But they lynched her. Lynching women was not a norm. That was an anomaly. Even after slavery, during that was an anomaly. Lynching women wasn't even, because the lady you talking about, they cut the baby out of her and stumped the baby's head. And and she was with her husband. It was a business thing. Even all women are protected, except here's the problem with that. That's not what Brother Malcolm said. That's what I mean. That's not what Malcolm said. Your nation could go no higher than your women. He didn't say that women was unprotected. That's not what he said. Women hardly got lashed. That's not history. They did other things to women. They did not lash women like that. This is what I mean. Like, let me okay, for the ladies, as a black man, we got, let me scale back a little bit and explain some things to y'all. Black men and black women went through slavery, but black men and black women did not go through slavery together the whole time. Okay, black men were already here like 150 years prior to the women coming. So the women came in the last 80 something years of slavery. That was Malcolm's faith, because most of the things that Malcolm said, Farrakhan had him say. He didn't start speaking on his own until after he left the nation. So what you saying, Farrakhan, that was Farrakhan? Most of the stuff you quoting is Farrakhan. It's not Malcolm when he left the nation. It's Malcolm when he was in the nation under Farrakhan. The vast majority of the talking points you're talking about are Farrakhan, actually. This is the thing. That's why when you, even if you find that quote, I'm sure somewhere in beyond before that quote, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, you know, it's right. It's not Farrakhan. Oh my God. It was Elijah Muhammad who said that. You know, right. They brought women here to breed more slaves. So they weren't as harsh with the women as they were with the men. That's not true. That's what I meant. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ms. Muhammad. You know, I caught on to that. Yes, I'm sure about that. The vast majority of the Malcolm X that we know, the vast majority of Malcolm X we know is under Elijah Muhammad. The Malcolm that you know is predominantly the Malcolm under Elijah Muhammad. He wasn't away from Elijah Muhammad for a very long time. Yeah, thanks, Drew. You know, I'm messing up history now. But yes, I'm sure about that, Faith. The same thing goes to, you know, like if y'all watch, ladies, if you ever watched the 12 Years a Slave, right? Y'all should know this by now. You watch a movie like 12 Years a Slave, they had Lupita picking bales and bales of cotton, right? And she would always have the most cotton. And she'd be the only woman there with a bunch of men, right? Did you women ever consider the fact that them dudes was dumping cotton in her stuff? Yeah, you know, y'all never even thought about that. And let me just go back historically. You know what? Shut up, Faith. But this is part of the problem. Is when you don't know history, you mess it up. Just like I messed up the Farrakhan thing. You know, you mess it up, and then you have this messed up ideology. This is part of the reason why I say you're not a victim, because you should know the difference by now. Like Mahogany, when I talk about with the women keep talking as if we were in slavery together. Yes, that's half of the story. Were we in slavery the whole time together? No. Is that and they say that's not important? It is important. It's very much so is important. You ladies have your own set of atrocities that happen to y'all that are different from black men's atrocities. I definitely understand it. But what you're trying to do is lump all things that black men did outside of black women and lump black women in them. Just like last night I was watching the draft and the women was like, look at all these black women and these black girlfriends and these pictures with these in the draft. You think the draft is about black girlfriends? This is stupid. Not having control over their bodies from random men being. Yes. All of that is traumatic. That's the thing. I'm not gonna say that's not traumatic. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna say that. I'm not finna say. What I'm saying is, when you don't really know the full history, you're living off of something that's not true. It's just like, okay, let me reverse this. When you went to school, when all of us went to school as kids, we were taught American history. By the time we hit high school and college, we realized the vast majority of American history we learned was a complete lie. So now you don't look at the country the same because you've been taught a lie and you know it's a lie. What I'm saying is, with the ladies, it's the same thing. Y'all have been taught a lie, but y'all still keep saying the lie. But y'all act like y'all don't know it's a lie. You know what I'm saying? What up, Mark? And that's what I meant by when I was looking at the ladies on Fox Soul. You know, black women never had the time to be feminine. Have you ever seen black women in the 1910s, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, and 70s? They were hella feminine. even in the 80s. Now, all of a sudden in 2020, now black women were never feminine or didn't have the opportunity to be feminine. That's BS. What's up, Ultimate? What's happening with you, Gabe? Frank, what's up? If you're there, like, this is a problem. When you make this bed, you got to lie in it. This is why I was talking earlier when I was getting on the guys about, you tripping sometimes. It was sad. This is where we at, where you got people who don't want to take the time to find out the truth, and they want to live out a lie, and then they liars messed up because they're living out a lie, and then you want other people to feel sorry for you when you went in the wrong direction. This don't make sense. It just don't. Yeah, y'all ain't tag teaming nobody. But that's what I mean. Even with that, Mark, I like, we all know what's up with these modern when women say, "Oh, there is no man." Like, one of the ladies was like, "We have to." The mothers love their sons, but they raise their daughters. And women aren't feminine because, what's up, Poke Dog? Because basically they was raised by their mothers, and their mothers raised them to be hard. And I'm thinking to myself, we hear the terms mama's boy and daddy's girl. I don't know why y'all grown, still to this day, you grown, and you don't understand. You never heard of daddy's boy and a mama's girl. You never heard that. It's stupid. Okay, your grandmother always worked. Both of them. Right. That's the lie, Faith. So what you're telling me is, because your grandmother had a job, she wasn't taken care of by their men. See, this is this is what I mean by sometimes the ideology goes too far. Y'all act like because a woman works, she's not taken care of. I don't understand that. When the vast majority of black men live, even in the past, until maybe I would say 70s, 80s, the vast majority of black women worked, and the man paid the majority of the bills. So they were taken care of, even into the 80s. Black men have been taking care of these women, but the thing is, a lot of you ladies have taken that rhetoric, and that's just y'all reasoning because y'all want to be lazy. How you think we get up with the term, his money is our money and my money is my money? That's because they were taken care of. They were using their money on themselves the whole time. I don't understand how we got so lost in living this lie like you were never taken care of. It's stupid. It's stupid. Because what a lot of people are doing now is, you're being single and you're trying to get a bunch of freebies out of different men, and you're getting a bunch of freebies out of different men, and then you saying you're not being taken care of by one man. DC, my bad. What's happening? Lone Shogun, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? This is where we're at with it. Right. Look, what your grandmother had 12 kids and worked. But guess what? Would you call your grandfather superhuman because he got 12 kids and he worked? This is where we like. These are the shenanigans. My grandmother had 12 kids and she worked. Your grandmama didn't pay the mortgage. Your grandmama. This is part of the ideology that's so detrimental. Y'all ladies go too far left. Too far left. You know what I'm saying? He said, you know what, you funny, man. But this is where it goes, When I was hearing Selena Johnson, I don't have a relationship with my dad, but I'm rich and famous because of my dad. Well, goddamn, what else you want? But I wasn't taken care of. Lisa Ray couldn't say I wasn't taken care of by my dad. Like, come on, man. What's up, fitness mom? I mean, my grandmother didn't work. Okay, one of my grandmothers didn't work. One of them did. And so this is how I know and let me tell y'all something. This is how I know the difference. Because my grandmother that worked, my great grandfather, my great grandfather, he died when my grandmother was 9. So my grandmother lost her husband when they was kids. What's hard labor? So what do y'all think? Like, I'm curious. I'm curious about this. So what and Faith and Mahogany, I want to know the answer from y'all. Since y'all like the tag team, any other woman in the chat. So do black women want to work or do black women not want to work? Because what the fuck y'all want to do? This is weird to me. Because the vast majority of black women say they want to work. They strong, forget the strong and independent. They went to school, they got an education, and they want to have a good job. But then at the same time, I don't want, I'm not taken care of. This stupid. Y'all ain't breaking shit. This is the stupid shit right now. Do y'all want to work or not? Because then if somebody say, okay, quit your job. Every woman is different. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear that every woman is different. Me as an individual, because this is part of the problem in general, and this is the problem with people in general. People have a group argument, and then when it gets to you as the person to answer, now you want to answer as an individual. As a group, you women are saying you want to go to school and work. But then when you get there, well, me as I don't want to, and I don't want to, but I understand the group. Make up your goddamn mind. Ain't nobody got time for that. See, Ms. Muhammad, thank you. This is crazy. But we act like we don't know that history. You know what I'm saying? We act like that's why I don't nobody love Faith right now. Because she confused. I'm going to just get at you now. Like, that's like a guy saying, us black men, we always had to work. We ain't working for free. I'm starting to, like, America has too many luxuries. And I hate to say that. America has too many luxuries because we got the luxury to be fucking hypocrites and flip-floppers because we don't know what we want because we want everything. That shit's so stupid. If you want everything, you're going to wind up with nothing. That's how it really goes. When you want it all, you wind up with absolutely nothing. And how am I supposed to feel sorry for you when you wind up with nothing? I'm not. When nothing is good enough, you wind up with absolutely nothing. The hair salon pay me off the chain. This is where we at in society, though. What do you like? I want to be a gangster, but I don't want to get shot. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, Faith, if you want it all, I know you're probably being sarcastic, but when a person says, I want it all, that's your fucking problem. And just in case that's a real statement for a person watching in general, if you want it all, it's your fucking problem. It ain't nobody else's problem to make you have everything you want. Fuck what you want. Because a lot of people are in life are the type of people who they want everything, but they expect everybody else to give them everything that they want. Get it your goddamn self and shut the fuck up. You know, I see you, Tiff. Thanks, Tony. Hey. But this is the crazy part. You know, but this is where we at in life, where people do too much. You know what I'm saying? That's why every now and then I clown people who go on too many vacations, because let's be real, motherfuckers is going on vacation to get away from what? How you see this is the thing. How you want, when you got people who I want this, I want that, I want to be like, because I know people like that, right? Who want to be successful. That's a great thing. But here's the thing about it. I want to be successful so I could just do expensive shit. I don't feel sorry for you if you go broke. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Like I've met too many people in life who have the ideology, I'm gonna use everybody, and then when don't nobody fuck with you and you didn't get none of what you wanted in life, now you want to be a victim. I don't want to hear your shit. I don't want your dumb ass story. It's dumb. Michael, you have to change. You know, oh shit. I know Roger finna go off. You know what? Oh man, what's happening? Hold up. Okay, for real. These are new times, and I understand it takes two incomes. Other groups of women are at least given the option to be homemakers more than black women are. Okay, let me ask you a question. Faith, do you really want me to be? Can you handle me being? I know the guys can, but you ladies, you think y'all can handle maybe for about 5 minutes me being absolutely 100 about what the problem is with that? You know, see, you know, because if you want to know the, just in my opinion, okay, just in my opinion, black women, okay, you're not, as a group, you're not looked at as victims, because currently, when I was talking earlier about history, currently, y'all are living a false narrative as a group, and that false narrative got y'all in the position that y'all in as a group. And what I mean by that is, this, you were never protected, men never did nothing for you. You had to be strong and independent. You had to do this and you had to do that. So now y'all took that and y'all actually ran with it. And now you ran yourself so far off the reservation, you can't come back because you don't know how to be actually a good partner for a black man. You don't lift a finger for the men because y'all as a group collectively, y'all got this negative narrative of black men to the point that y'all don't want to do anything for black men unless he fine and you want to have sex with him. When it comes to building a relationship or building quote unquote wealth together, y'all absolutely don't know anything about that, because y'all as a group, you're impatient for one, and you're selfish, and you never were taught to be down for the long haul. Y'all a fast money group who wants long money. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I said. You would rather be, like Tiff said, I would rather be a housewife with a small business at home. But see, that's not the narrative that a lot of y'all don't realize that has happened with black women for a long time. See, y'all done forgot about the Avon lady and the candy lady, and you know what I'm saying, and the lady that did hair out the house. Y'all forgot all about them women, didn't you? Didn't you? And y'all forgot how many women did the stay at home thing, and they were blowing money and they were cheating, one or the other. Y'all forgot how many black women who guys tried that with, to the point even with the stepdaddies. Y'all forgot that y'all were, as a group, not women currently, but the generation before us and maybe two generations before us. The women who told you these guys are no good were the same women using guys the whole time. And the reason why they said those guys were no good is because they didn't get them everything that they wanted. Those women got a lot of freebies from the. I'm gonna tell you something. Women in the even up to the 2000s, but from the 90s back, those women got a lot of freebies, a lot. And then they had kids, and they told they daughters, "Oh, the men this, the men that," because men stopped doing stuff for them. This is where that comes from. A lot of these girls have no idea what it is. No idea. Because, what winds up happening is a lot of you women who want to be mothers, y'all didn't, even the women who want to be stay-at-home wives. Real stay-at-home wives know that first 5 years before they kid go to actual school, women get burnt out because they're just not no adults to talk to. That's part of the reason why they had the daycares. That's the thing. No, black women will work and husbands, small business. No, y'all don't work. That's the thing. Like, as a group, you ladies don't work. Yeah, and y'all should know this. Y'all should know it because y'all see it now. You sisters see it now. When you see women in high positions or supposed to be high position at jobs that don't work. All they do is get an attitude to avoid from doing any work. All they do is keep up drama and strife to avoid from doing any work. When you tell these women on these jobs, when these women sign up for these jobs, get on these jobs and work these jobs, then they stressed out that they got to have a job. But then they turn around and say something like, well, I got my own job. I don't need no man. Well, what? Shut up. You don't see these guys having these jobs talking about, man, I'm stressed out. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? I don't need no woman. So I'm going to keep going to work and be, come on, man. A lot of sisters haven't think. A lot of sisters are too entitled to the point that they don't even know how to be real people anymore. And when I say real people, the black men. And this is why, if you want me to just be flat out completely honest, this is why so many side chicks. Guys really are being poachers and opportunists on that side of the game, because the reason why so many side chicks in general is because there were so many women who were entitled and selfish, and then they ran out of men. They just ran out of men. They went up the ladder so high that they fell clean off, and now they back on ground zero, and all they could be is a side chick. And they're willing to fight to try to take, quote unquote, another woman's man. No, leave Faith alone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This is where all this stuff comes from. Like, I'm not finna say, I'm not about to say that they aren't, like, what, like when sisters have brought up black men, about the negative things about black men. I know those things exist. Most black men know those things exist. But the flip side of that is, those are the things that y'all like and are attracted to. You get what I'm saying? Like, you ladies don't want to admit that y'all moms and some of y'all like liars. Y'all like cheaters. Y'all were cheating with some of these guys that were cheaters. You get what I'm saying? You women like scam artists that can just give you quick money. Y'all like lying to guys and stringing guys along and using a relationship as a way to get free stuff out of these guys, and then they called your bluff. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what's been going on. When you're saying these guys are dogs and these guys are no good, no. What happens is these guys just got tired of the facade of, a lot of you ladies don't want to admit you want a real man when real, you want to have a real man after, but you ain't a real woman. The reason I'm bringing that up is because I heard it last night, today, when I was listening to the Foxhole thing with the women. When one of the women said, "He who finds a wife finds a good thing." Women when women say that, but I hear predominantly black women say that because I'm a black man. When I hear women say, "He who finds a wife finds a good thing," that woman is normally delusional that she's a good woman. Because a lot of women who say they're wife material, they're not even good women yet, but they assume that they're good wives. You know what I'm saying? This is where it's at. Because with the population, with the men who are husband and husband material and good boyfriend material, these women can't handle that. A lot of you ladies think these guys not talking to y'all because y'all old and y'all quote unquote hit the wall. No, because a lot of these brothers are smashing girls, women who are old and women who hit the wall. What it is these guys are not going to commit to y'all because y'all are old little girls. And the vast majority of when and I would say from a male perspective, there are more grown men in the black community than there are grown women. And a lot of the men are dealing with grown little girls. And when the women are complaining that they're dealing with grown little boys, I believe they're not lying, but they can't realize that they're grown little girls by the things that they do. Because I don't want to, I see grown little boys that I know, but the women that they with ain't grown women. They grown little girls who act like they just, whatever. Oh man, take care. Make sure your daughter ain't dating them, ain't with them bad boys. I'm just messing with your face. Take care of yourself though. But this is where we at. This is where we at. No, Faith ain't running away. Faith got things to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's a problem. And Tiff, I see you. Good men should stop wasting their time to save a hoe. And I'm glad you said that, Tiff. This is probably one of the problems. I didn't even think I was going to be talking about this today, to be perfectly honest, because this is not where I'm supposed to go. But this is what's happening. Women are upset that these good men are stop wasting their time with them. And they don't see themselves as hoes. But these good men, these men that don't want these women, view them as hoes. And these women don't call themselves hoes. They don't see themselves as hoes. They think, I'm a good woman. I'm a good woman. No, you're not. No, you're not. So now you're looking for a good man, and that good man is like, you're not the one. You're not the one. You know what I'm saying? This is where we at. And unfortunately, I think women can see a bad man a mile away. And when it comes to black men, if a guy's a bad dude, we're not going to say, oh, he's not, he because he's a black man that automatically makes him a good dude. No, hey, he a bad dude. He not 100. You know what I'm saying? He might be 75, but he not 100. So you're dealing with 75. And a lot of you ladies want to deal with a guy who 100, but you not 100. And you think being a woman subsidizes that you're not 100. And that's not the case. That's not the case. You know what I'm saying? It's too many women who y'all just emulating thoughts and y'all old thoughts and reform thoughts, and y'all think people can't see it on you. Once these guys hit a certain age and they've been around the block enough, they can see it on you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, ask me. You go ahead, Mahogany. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to get off here anyway, so I gotta go cupcaking. But that's the thing. They're good women by standards that they aren't. Yeah, like that, and that's part of the problem. You know, um, because a lot of times when I see women talk, they keep looking at things from their point of view, which they're women. They're supposed to, but you're not supposed to impose your point of view on men. As a man, I'm not finna say, as a man, I want this woman to be her. Everything that she does is supposed to be the way I think it should be because I'm a man. I got to understand that she's a woman. She does things differently. I got to understand women to understand how men and women get along. These women don't understand men, so their mindset is one side. But I'm waiting on you, Mahogany. Go ahead. And that's a thing. Like that's a real thing. You trying to call my mama that? Well, a lot of our mamas was thoughts, man. That's the and unfortunately, that's what a lot of you ladies don't understand. Like a lot of our mothers and aunts and sisters and cousins were thoughts. They just didn't call them thoughts back in the day. So we see thought behavior a mile away because we grew up with it. A lot of us, when we was trying to say, when y'all call these guys trying to be captains and say these chicks, forget it. Roger, don't you start. She's just friendly like that. You off the chain. That's why we can see it in women in general, because we see the BS, and a lot of ladies can't take that. Like we can see in your eyes that you're using your sex as a weapon, and that's why a lot of these guys are like, listen, man, I'm not really trying to hear your sob story because you lost when you was using your sex as a weapon. You won at a certain point, and now you lost. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. To hear men say that women, and he's not a. Hold up. If you were a young black girl, okay, hold on. Okay. From a male point of view, if I was a young black girl, say 14 or 15, and they literally thousands of negative YouTube videos putting down black women, how do you think it's going to affect our future generations? It already has. My thing is, I think the 14 and 15-year-old girls are a product of the 30-something-year-old women, which are a product of the 50-something-year-old women, right? And what these young girls are getting, as far as how guys look at them and how guys have been taught to talk to them and treat them, they're getting the sins of their mothers. And what it is they're not going to get any mercy. And I think the girls that are 14 and 15, the ones who got a good mindset, going to understand that. Like I know some of these conversations on YouTube, we're not going to be viewed in the best light. I'm not going to be viewed in the best light because of some of these videos. I get that, but I'm going to be 100% honest from where I'm at the moment. Because, and it's the other thing, and it's going to sound harsh. Nobody cares about how black women feel. And that trickles down to the girls. And the reason why I say nobody cares about how black women feel is because black women have been mean for a very long time. Black women care. These black women do not care about how they talk to people and treated people for a very long time. So now with these young girls and young women and grown women are basically getting a backlash of how they've treated everybody, and they want to get off the hook for that, and that's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? And just Poke Dog answered that. What if competent men? I almost said. Yeah, man. Rhino right about that, man. Third world was popping. See, and this is part of the answer, right? Like, you ladies don't want to, don't want to understand something. Oh snap! But that's the men's fault. You know what I'm saying? This is the problem. This is a problem. What up, Cardo? What's happening? So this is the problem. Like, I think this is where we at to the point. Yeah, this is the point where a lot of sisters gonna have to understand, like, take into consideration, um, when you ladies say Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Lil Kim, they're inspirational. Yeah, and what I'm like, Mahogany, if I'm being honest, the black women right now have the same problem that white people have. You want everybody to stop going at you now because now you don't want what you dished out. And everybody else doesn't care that you don't. Let's stop the cycle now before it gets worse. Nobody else cares to stop it now. Because what y'all saying is stop it so I don't get my ass whipped because I've been out here, out of pocket forever and a day. So let's start over fresh. And the reason that's not going to work is because when people have tried to start over fresh with our women, and same thing with white people, and it went back to the same old arrogance and bad attitude. You know what I'm saying? So it's not finna stop. That's where we at with it. Yeah, but that's the fact. Just like when I was younger, we was inspired by quote unquote gangster rappers. You know what I'm saying? Because we were kids. But the difference was, I remember we had a certain amount of respect for our parents and grandparents. We wouldn't play that stuff around them. They wouldn't. We had to listen to that. I remember I had to listen to all that stuff without anybody around. No, Black King, man, she good peoples, man. It's just part of the discussion. You know, I'm confused. I mean, it turned into that. It didn't start off like that, LC. It didn't. I was talking about something completely different, bro. Completely different. You know, I don't know how this. Not Norm. Like I had a discussion. I was having a discussion about uh, something else. When people want to play the victim, but of the bed that they made, and then came into a discussion with the ladies. So I ain't gonna be here forever. You can get off if you want, but thanks for coming. If you leave, you know what I'm saying. But that's what I mean. Different generation. Like people nowadays want to play this game where I can't. We used to say um, people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. So now people who've been throwing stones in the front yard of their glass houses don't want nobody to throw stones back, and that ain't finna happen. Because you never fixed the houses that you threw stones at in the first place. You know, she want things to start over with her offering. Yeah, and that's a problem. What you got? They want you to. But see, here's the problem. This is one of the problems that we have in society in general. When you walk away from people, people follow you. That's the problem. We live in a society where when you don't want to deal with somebody, you can walk away from them. But that person can follow you even after that. And then when you put hands on them, then they're the victim. This is why I love all these cameras and social media, because now people are starting to see what a lot of people have been saying for a long time. There are a lot of people in society who always instigating altercations with people, who get a kick out of trying to get under people's skin. And then when those people who walked away turn right back around and lay holy hands on folks, then that person, oh my God, I don't know where I've been. Oh, but it's all on camera now. You know, this is the problem. You know, this is where we at, though. We judge. They shouldn't be. But now it's an issue. When can I find Coach, what's happening? This is where we at, though. We got a bunch of people who've been doing too much. Been, you know, this is where society went left a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I was watching somebody, I was watching a video, a guy, a white dude got shot by the police. I guess this was recently. Somebody sent it to me on Facebook. I saw it right before I went live, actually. And this black kid is sitting there like, if he was white, y'all have shot him by now. But at the same time, he instigating for the guy, shoot him, kill him. And then I'm thinking to myself, now if the situation was reversed, and it was a white dude holding the camera, telling the cops to shoot you as a black dude, you wouldn't be so you know, black people be watching it, they wouldn't be so, you know, like, wow. You know, ooh, because I get there's a certain amount, even with race, there's a certain amount of you know, there's a certain amount of lack of empathy, like when it happens to people of other races now, because people have been so cold to us for so long. We don't care what happened to you. I don't want to hear your speech about brother. I ain't your brother. If it happened to you, so what? It could be dead wrong, but so what? I've been so, like, even when I look at, you know, the situation with the coronavirus, and when the Chinese people were just throwing black people out in China, saying the coronavirus is their fault, right? You know what I'm saying? And when you see the Chinese people in Africa, like, oh, this how y'all gonna treat us? You got to get out too. And them Chinese people looking like, what happened? What you mean what happened? Those black people in Africa saw how they treat black people in China, and they said, well, we're gonna return the favor. I'm done. The same way, like in South Africa, when they're like, we're kicking these white people out. The white people over there, oh, I gotta defend my land. It ain't your land. It ain't your country. I don't know what the hell you sitting there fighting for. Like it's something like you earned something, like you bought something, like you bought it for something. You stole everything. You stole everything you got, and then you set up a government to keep stealing everything. I don't want to hear that. Nobody should care about you. You know what I'm saying? But this is stupid. Stop judging the ratchet. But this is where we at now. You know, because now when you, like, this is what I mean. Like, now people are just getting treated the way that they treat other people, and now they mad. You know? That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what they doing. How they're kicking folks out the same way. And now it's like, oh my God. No, it ain't no oh my God. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. This is why, part of the reason why I'm making this what this was supposed to be about anyways. You know, you're not the victim. If you out here doing dirt, you're not a victim. If you out here being mean to people, you're not a victim. If you out here, you know what I'm saying, playing games with people, you're not a victim. This is where we at with it. And I get tired of people in society, all of a sudden, I'm a victim. Of what? Who are you a victim to? Exactly tell me who victimized you, because there are people who are real victims. People who things happen to them that were out of their control, that they didn't see coming, and they wouldn't think to see coming because they were an actual victim of something. A lot of you other people, you're not victims. What I'm about to say right now is it's probably gonna be hurtful and wrong. When I talked earlier about these guys who get into the street life, right? And something happened to them. You're not victims. Same thing with you ladies and you young ladies. Some of y'all, some of y'all didn't get kidnapped and sex trafficked. Some of y'all was going in the streets. And then you want to lay on our sex traffic part. You thought you could just go out and live in the streets and maybe sell your body or sell this or sell that and scam people and get over, and you got sucked into the streets and now you got traffic. No, you got caught up because you jumped off the porch into a dangerous world. You're not a victim of that. There are girls who actually just got snatched up. You ain't one of them. This is the part of the problem. Like, you a victim. How? If you a girl and you out there trying to sell yourself on social media with the grown men, and try to sleep with grown men on social media, and say you're older than y'all, and you wind up with one, you didn't get sex trafficked. You pimped yourself out. It's a completely different thing. This is a problem. I'm sorry about that, Dizzy. That's a victim. You didn't have that coming. But these other people, not all of these people, but too many of these people out here playing games. You want to run away from home, but you a victim. If you want to run away from home and you wind up in a bad situation, you should. But people don't think like that. People don't think like that. Speaking of what's happening, they were manipulated in some way. No, they're not. No, you can't be manipulated into doing some shit that you know is not right. This is part of what I'm talking about. What truth of the matter is, most people aren't manipulated. Most people just think, I got manipulated as an excuse. Because if you know right from wrong, if you know the type of situation you in, and you know how it would go if it was good, and how it would go if it's bad, and if the bad could cost you your life and you still do it, truth be told, you in it for the rush. You trying to see if you can get away with it. You trying to see if you could do it, if you could not get burned by the fire. And then if you get burnt by the fire, then all of a sudden you a victim. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's trying to hear that. But what I'm saying? It's stupid. For me, it's stupid. That's like when the guys are teenagers, if he wants to be a gangster, you can get killed. You're not a victim. You didn't get manipulated into that. If a guy want to be, you want to be Toretto in the Fast and the Furious, and you get a wreck, and if you go too fast and you spin out, you can get killed. You're not a victim. You didn't get manipulated into that. You get what I'm saying? It's something you kept edging towards, and you did it. We trying to glorify people making dumb decisions to see, okay, I didn't get caught that time. Oh, you know what I'm saying? People want God's grace to the point where they have a lifetime of bad decisions that they got away with. That's a fun life. That's not fun. That's stupid. You know what I'm saying? That's stupid. I'm glad your mom was a G. But this is what it is. Like we tripping right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I see parents do certain things sometimes too. Oh, let the kids play over there. No, they shouldn't be over there. Oh, ain't nothing gonna happen, and then something happened. I ain't talking about you, Dizzy. I'm talking about like let me tell y'all, like most people know about this. You have a barbecue or a fish fry or a crawfish boil, and you out in the backyard. What do you tell the kids? Don't come over here. What do the kids keep doing? Try to run over there until something get and if and the dumb parents in the area when they like, oh, ain't nothing gonna happen to them kids, and you like, you really gonna let them kids be running by a flame or hot grease or boiling water, and it takes one of the kids to tip something over or get burnt or get scolded, you know what I'm saying, and then, oh my God, what happened to the baby? You don't play by the pool. Get in the house, and then, oh, ain't nothing gonna happen, and then they fall in. That's what I'm talking about. Those people aren't the kids are victims of being kids because the kids do stupid shit. But the adults know what's gonna happen, and some of the kids know what happened because some kids be, oh, I'm gonna go over there because they told me not to. If you are a person who wants to do something because somebody told you not to, you're not a fucking victim no more. That's how kids learn. When kids get their ass whipped, you're not a victim. I got abused. No, you was a badass kid who got your ass whipped numerous times because you tried to get away with shit. Numerous times you got whipped repeatedly. Don't touch the stove. Oh, I got abused because I got beat. No, your dumb ass tried to touch the stove, so you got a whipping to tell you don't touch the stove. Now, if you went still and touched it, you stupid. You're not a victim. I got beat. You had a 9 o'clock curfew. You showed up at 11:30. I didn't know what time it was. I didn't know. No, yeah, it's got a whipping. That's the type of shit that goes on with adults. Because you see it all the time with us as adults. We mess around. Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing that to me? Well, dude, if you put yourself in that position, you did it to yourself. You want to drive by the police without a seatbelt on. Might pull you over. Why you pull me over? Because you ain't got a seatbelt on. That's not a big deal. You can get pulled over for that, though, right? Yeah. Well, shut up. Like, people want to play this victim shit. It's dumb. How do... we've discussed that. Right. Yeah, you're not a victim. Like when I look at sometimes I look at the celebrities, celebrity spending, right? And he has 75, he's bought 3, he has a Rolls Royce, a McLaren, and 2 Lamborghinis. He has a $7 million house. Now, part of that shit is a lie because they try to make the prices way higher than they are, right? But when celebrities go broke, I don't feel sorry for them because you're not a victim. You want to wrap 3 Lamborghinis in Skittles colors for fun. What the fuck you spend that money for? Why? You wanted to buy a bunch of jewelry to go nowhere. Why? You know what I'm saying? I want to buy a jet, but I didn't need a jet. Like, what? It's just stupid. Dumb shit. When people live on their credit cards, I don't feel you're not a victim. You buying everything on credit. Now you got a big ass credit card bill, and now you in debt. You're not a victim. You're a victim of who? You. You know what I'm saying? But man, you know what? Bitch better have my money. Let me get out of here, man. I got something to do, man. That's what I'm saying, though. That's it right there. This is stupid. Most people are just off the chain. But I'm gonna catch y'all later, man. Take care.